good, everyone? Just wanted to drop this video. Today we're going to be comparing the Legends, and also we're going to be comparing the JRLs. So you heard it from here first. Bam! Alright, so the first comparison I want to do with is going to be the sound, and basically the sound of the motor. There we got the new 5-star Legends, and we also have the JRL 2020Cs. And as you guys all know, I love my JRLs. My JRLs are off the hook, and I really don't feel like there's anything better. So right now we have the 2020Cs. These are actually my favorite clippers right now, and this is the sound of them. Very quiet. These 2020Cs are sick, very quiet. You never have to worry about anything. But you want to know what I did notice about them? And I don't know if anyone else has had the same problem, but these 2020Cs, they're very quiet. They came out of the box, I turned them on, and I was like, whoa. They were so quiet. There was no problems with them. But when I first got them, it was maybe 2 weeks before the Connecticut State Barber Expo. And this is what happened. I was using these, I was in a couple competitions, so I wanted to see, get used to them, get the feel for them and all that stuff. And with my lever, I was using my lever and my lever popped off. Now inside this lever, it's different. There's a spring inside, there's a post. It's not any ordinary lever that you would have on any of your other clippers. So that's something that was a problem with me when I first got these. I was sold on how quiet they were. They're real powerful. They cut right through anything. Now when I tell you they cut through anything, these things will cut through anything. Wet hair, dry hair, it doesn't matter. Any kind of hair, thick, thin, any hair, these things will cut through. But like I said, the lever, I don't know if it was like constantly, I cut a lot of heads during the day. I cut in between from 15 to 24 heads a day. So I mean, cutting a lot of heads, using the lever, trying to get used to these things. These things got beat on. I used them a lot. That's the first thing that happened. It was like a week before the Connecticut State Barber Expo. I called JRL up, and I explained to him like, yo man, I need these. I'm in a couple competitions. I need these, so I don't know, I'm gonna send these to you, get them back to me as soon as you can. So at that point, I was only stuck with the trimmers. Now the trimmers came with a pack, so the pack was, you get a 2020C and a 2020T. Now the 2020Ts, those are quiet too. And they got a little bit louder over the time that I've had them, but these are still great. They take a little bit of time to adjust. If you check out my buddy, his S.CRAFT blends, my boy Shannon, he came out with a video, tells you how to adjust these. A lot of people are just taking off these two screws right here, and then how you would just adjust any other trimmer. They would just take it, adjust it, tighten it down. But this one, you actually have to take the whole head off. There's two screws right here on the back. If you pop these two screws off, then there's more adjustment to adjust inside. And that's basically what you have to do with these. But these right now are my favorite clippers out. And to tell you the truth, I actually use these too. These are my other JRL 1040s. When I tell you that I have never used a better clipper in my life than these JRL 1040s, I am telling you the God's honest truth. I've been doing this for over 24 years. You can give me Wahls, you can give me anything. This clipper right here, this 1040, this cuts faster, sharper. The blade never gets hot. These things are off the hook. I strongly suggest these JRL 1040s. And you could go on my YouTube channel, you could see me cutting with these. I'm telling you, these things go through anything. A lot of people saying, they have a hard time getting used to this, how the blade lifts up and down. It's not, I didn't even have to get used to it. This thing is just immaculate. I love it. Force air cool. I see a lot of people using these. I don't know why they're using these 2020Cs. They should be using this. This thing right here is off the chain. If you don't believe me, go ask Drew the barber. Drew loves these. I know. I see him on his Instagrams, on his IG. He loves these. These things are off the hook. He usually comes out with his own colors, but these things are off the hook. But as far as my Wahl Legends, Wahl have always sounded the same. You turn them on, they sound the same. I have a pair of seniors right here. They sound the same. These things, they're a little bit lighter than the seniors. They might weigh about the same, They're heavier than the Magics, but these are really good clippers. Now, I remember when I first started, I started off with a pair of detailers. I didn't really know if I wanted to get into the game, you know. For a Christmas present, I ended up getting a pair of detailers. That's what I started cutting hair with. After that, I ended up getting the Wahl Seniors. After a while, you start experimenting with other clippers and everything, but I ended up getting a pair of Wahl Legends, and they were great. These things are off the hook. I love these new Wahl Legends. If you guys are thinking about getting them, this is a must-have. You must have these. These are off the chain. You know, I love my Seniors too. You know, and you know, a lot of people say like you have different clippers for different things. Sometimes, you know, I feel like they do the best, both the same thing. You know, they both come with fade blades on it. If I'm using this one with guards, this one will be set on the side for just open and close or whatever, you know. But I'm telling you, you should get them. But still, overall, I still love my JRLs. You know, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because they're light. Maybe it's because there's no sound. But there's just something about JRL that just drives me nuts. And to tell you, like I said, you're not gonna beat this clipper right here. This JRL 1040, you're not gonna beat this clipper. And I could promise you that if you grab this clipper right here, you are never gonna need another clipper ever again. I promise you that. I promise you. So I strongly suggest that you guys check this out. These are the JRL 1040s. The Legends are good. Like I said, I have all different kinds of clippers on my station, and I use every single one of them. I got the Hunters. They come with the Hunters too. They got the Hunter 1114s. These things are off the hook. They're basically the same thing. Basically right here. They got the JRL 1040s, the Hunter 1114s. Same thing. Buttons are the same. You know, the levers are the same. This 1040 actually fits in your hand a little bit better than the Hunter 1114, but still, I will use both of these clippers. They're both off of the hook, and I love them. Now, usually when I'm doing my haircuts, you know, I kind of like to keep things like symmetrical. I have OCD, so I'm very OCD. I'm all messed up in my head. That's just the way I think. So if I pick up a pair of JRLs, I'm using the JRL clippers, JRL trimmers. If I pick up a pair of Wahls, I'm using the Wahl detailers. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. You know, I might even throw in these Hunter trimmers too. I use these Hunter trimmers as well. But like I said, this comparison is going to be between my Legends right here, and my 2020Cs. It's a comparison. Overall, I feel like the JRL 2020Cs are going to be my hitters, but the Legends are off the hook. I love these. I just love the JRLs. You know what I mean? It's tough. It's hard. I like the 2020Cs, but you want to know what? I also love my Legends as well. And I'll use my Legends every day. I'll use my 2020Cs every day. But if you took two of them on the side, if someone came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you two clippers, which ones would you get?" I would pick the 2020Cs. Now, if you're asking me trimmers, I would probably have to say the detailers. I would use the detailers over the 2020Ts. And, you know, a lot of people might be like, "Oh, it's because you don't have an adjustment." Man, I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 24 years. I know how to adjust trimmers. I know how to adjust clippers. And I don't need any of those special tools that you guys have. That's for newbies. That's for you newbies. You guys stick to that, you know? Us people that have been seasoned for this, we don't need no measuring tools to line up your blades. Yo, this is way before those tools you guys had, we did it by eye. So I still do it by eye. You know what? I have used all those tools, all those little those zero blades and zero. I don't need that stuff, man. You know, I feel like I could zero gap a clipper better myself. But like I said, between these two, if you told me that I had one clipper to choose from, I'm taking the 2020C. But I'm not saying that these are garbage. These are off the hook as well. But if I only had two clippers to choose from, I would probably take these. But these are also great clippers. And like I said, thank you all for these. These are still off the hook. These are still one of my favorite. Just because I picked this one, this is still one of my favorite clippers. I love my Seniors. I love my Legends. I love my detailers. But I also love my JRLs. And my absolute favorite clipper of all time is gonna be this one right here. This is the JRL 1040. Like I said, I've been doing this for a minute now, so I might know a little bit of what I'm talking about. So if I could have you guys do anything, I would want you guys to try these JRL 1040s. Check them out. Follow me. Come follow my page. I got a lot of content on there. I actually create all my content for all you barbers out there. So please follow my page. I really appreciate all your time. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to hit me up. 730G Weezy on Instagram and YouTube. Don't be afraid. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me. I will be more than happy to just kick it with you guys. You guys have any questions, I'll do my best to answer it any way that I can. And that's all I have for you today. So like I said, if you guys want to see a video, if you guys have any requests, any types of video that you guys want me to talk about, hit me up in the comments, hit me up in my DMs, and I'll try to do my best to get out there. I respond to all my comments, so if you guys have a question, feel free to ask, and we'll go from there. But thank you for watching 730G Weezy, and I appreciate you. Peace.